how I actually came into another game, how I actually was so interested into playing other games other than Call of Duty or Battlefield. I remember I was just like one of them kids back then. I was just looking up on the internet. I was just looking at something that I actually wanted to play instead of Call of Duty all the time or Battlefield. And then I came to this game called Plants vs Zombies. I saw this. It was a tower defense game where you had to plant your plants to defend your lawn against the frickin' zombies coming right after you. And so when I played the first Plants vs Zombies game, I was like, "Holy shit! This game's pretty neat. Game's pretty nice." I gotta give it to it. Like Plants vs Zombies One was a pretty good game. I gotta tell you, like they deserved the huge success that they had. And then the second game came along. I was like, through time machine. I was like, yeah, whatever. But then what kind of killed the Plants vs Zombies 2 was it was the ridiculous microtransactions. I mean, like Ice P back then it was Ice P for like $2 or $3 or something like that. I don't know how much money it was, but you had to pay real money for that. And then we roll into to this 3D game, 2014. We roll into 2014, and PopCap decides to do something extra. They make a game that I never knew they were going to ever do this before. I never even thought about it because, like I said, I mean, their game was originally tower defense, but it was Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare One, the game that just literally started it all with with just made third person shooter games even more fun. Back then third person shooter games was like, yeah, whatever. But this is where like it just went, holy shit, we just got ourselves a good one, people. We just caught ourselves a big fish. This game, I remember the first time I played it, Garden Warfare 1, I remember I first fucking played this game. I had a 360 back then. I didn't have an Xbox One because, like I said, it was, all time thing. So I remember playing on the 360. Like I remember I had so much fun, even though it was like a seventh gen version meant to be for the eighth gen console. Like it was the way I think of it as the Xbox 360 version for Garden Warfare One. I mean, it kind of felt like I was a beta game. Like the beta process of like everything before even going into the Xbox One. So I was like, holy shit, you know what? Let me just get this game a try on the next generation console. When I was able to get an Xbox One, when I fucking played it, I was like, holy shit, this fucking game is fun as hell. But there was a couple problems in the game, like I'll be the first to admit, connection interruptions and server lags and two of the most over fucking powered characters in the fucking game were a common thing. Um, but this game, like, this was like the first game I had like real fun with third person shooter games. I mean, I played other games. I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. But like Garden Warfare One is like, give me more, give me this. It was like a great fucking game, and Garden Warfare One was a great fucking game. I enjoyed it. So like I felt like, man, I'm gonna take a break from Call of Duty. I'm gonna just go play this game. I'm just try to have some fun. Now, this was back in 2014 when Call of Duty started to go to shit. I mean, it was kind of understandable. Call of Duty Ghost was a failure, and Battlefield 4. God, that game was a raging, it was a salty mess. But this game, Garden Warfare One, it was a really fun game. I had a great time, and like, but let's start with the negatives. Like the reason, like maybe I wanted this game to what I could see from it better. First off, there are literally two of the most overpowered characters in the game, and one of them is the Toxic Pea Shooter. If you're going against that thing, put your controller down. You're gonna get killed instantly. Like seriously, this motherfucking pea shooter, literally, like if the wrong player is using it, jumping all over the place, just ruining it for everybody. It's ridiculous. But on the other note, there was also another powerful character in Garden Warfare 1 on the zombies team. That was something called the Super Commando. Literally, this guy would just sit in long range, snipe you down, just like the Camel Ranger from Garden Warfare 1. Ridiculous. It's basically the head glitcher. Not the Super Commando, the Super Head Glitcher. That's what it was. That's what I remember I was naming it all the time when I played the fucking game. I was like, get this guy the fuck out of here. Same thing with the Toxic Pea Shooter, more like the Toxic Sweat. I mean, nowadays, like that's how literally the sweaty losers, like they really run those two characters like most of the time. Sometimes they run the fire chompers. Sometimes they run, you know, my God, they run the chemist. But man, I mean, nothing like surprise, nothing other than the but the super commando and the toxic pea shooter got me to go the fuck off. You know, every time those two fucking characters. If I was against them, game over. If I didn't have this, game over. But compared to that, by the side, and there was one more thing that I wanted to talk about, another negative that I want to talk about, but the fact is, I'm going to talk about, like, let me just talk about the rest of the stuff. You know, this game, it was actually a great thing. It was a great concept. It was a great experience, and I had a great time with it. I still wish that the challenges could actually, like, we could just go through it faster. We could level up a little faster, you know. But this game, it was actually fucking fun. I won't lie to you. This was a great fucking game, and I actually want to keep playing it with the same amount of players, like 100,000 players or such. And yeah, that's pretty neat. Really neat right there, Popcast. You actually did a pretty good job. Just get rid of the toxic pea shooter and that stupid commando. Those two characters are way too overpowered. They don't need to be in the game. But I mean, other than that, man, the game was great though. We had a variety of pretty good maps. We had like Port Scallywags, Sharkbite Shores. I think that's what it's called, or Sandy Shores, whatever it's called. Sharkbite Shores. I think that's what it's called. We also had these are like the classic maps, you know, the classic maps. We had Garden Center. We also had what else? We also had that what was that other? What was that freaking thing? Yeah, it was Chomptown, right? There was Chomptown. There was Zomboss Estate, Suburban Flats. We had a lot of pretty good maps, and then we had some other good maps, like like ground war maps, like for instance Main Street, Driftwood Shores, Walnut Hills. But then we had some horrible maps, like for instance Crash Course, and then we had that overhyped DLC map, Cactus Canyon, that was put in for that ground war map, Guardians Graveyards. That map was horrible because the reason why, and I'll tell you why, the reason why that map, this is another negative of this game, was that the reason why this map was so horrible was because first off, it's too short. There's only 5 capture points, and this map kept on going on from circulation, from every random circulation. So, like, at the end of the map, and then the end of the match, it would just say get ready for the next round, and then it would just show you like a brief representation of what the map was going to be like. Was it going to be Driftwood Shores at nighttime? Was it going to be Main Street in the daytime? Or was it going to be that piece of junk Cactus Canyon map? And worse off, let's put it in nighttime so it can be hard for you to actually deal with what's going on out there. You know, Cactus Canyon is already bad enough on daytime, but nighttime is even worse because like every time it feels like the plants are so damn strong, even though the zombies are supposed to kind of feel that advantage. Dude, Cactus Canyon. The number one reason why that map was horrible is because it kept going into the circulation and Guardians of Graveyards over and over again. I remember like the first time it came in, boom, every time it kept going in that circulation without even trying, different maps, other maps like Driftwood Shores, Walnut Hills, or maybe Main Street. Like I know those are like three maps, but it's like come on now, we need different circulation. We don't need just Cactus Canyon Day, Cactus Canyon Night, Cactus Canyon Night twice, Cactus Canyon thrice, Cactus Canyon quadruple. Oh my, quadruple times, man. We don't want to play Cactus Canyon over and over again. But man, my God, like I said, all the other maps were pretty good, but maps like Cactus Canyon were horrible. And then, like that was basically, the meat potatoes, like the multiplayer version. So, like, yeah, whatever. We had a lot of good maps though, but I won't lie to you, they had a lot of good game modes. They had really great game modes. They had Welcome Mat, which is like, a struggling game mode for beginners. For struggle beginners, people that just don't know the game well. And then we had Team Vanquish, which is basically team deathmatch. And then we had Guardians of Graveyards, our classic ground war mode. We capture the flags or we defend them. And then we also had, what was that other map? It was called, yeah, it was Gnome Bomb. It was basically demolition, And then we had mixed mode, just different game modes at a time. And then we also had classic mode. That was a good one right there too. Classic mode where you had to use the classic characters, you didn't have to use any other characters. That was pretty good too. Uh, what else there was? There was Vanquish Confirm, which is basically just Call of Duty wise, just kill confirm. You just pick up you kill a person, pick up the orbs, and then you win for your team. Instead of 75, you pick up like 50 of them, and it's game. And then we also had Taco Bandits, which is basically kind of like capture the flag from Call of Duty wise. Like I said, it was the same thing, but it felt like the way it should run too. It was a fun game. Those were fun. There was a lot of fun game modes. I personally thought about just playing Guardians of Graveyards the most because, like I said, it felt like me just earning more points for me. Longer we go, more points for me. That's what it kind of felt like. Team deathmatch was all right, but I mean, 50 kills a game. That's low. It's like whatever, man. I ain't gonna do much. Just boom, boom. No bomb. Well, you have 3 bomb sites. The other person had 3 bomb sites, so it's like whatever. And it's like whatever. Okay, yeah, that is fun though. I mean, yeah, I know when you carry the bomb, you can't use anything. And then there was another. There was also, like I said, Vanquish Confirm, which is basically team deathmatch with a twist. And then we also had Taco Bandits. That was a pretty fun game mode too. I will not lie to you. And then there was another one that was also Suburbanation, which is basically domination from Call of Duty wise. Capture the zones and defend them. If you capture all 3 zones, you get Suburbanation bonuses. You get more points. Like, that's something I was into. But yeah, it it was a great game though. And for the next generation version, you also had split screen. You also had Legionnaires of Doom, like different plants you could use, a pot of plants you could use, different zombies you could summon while you were playing the game. We also had Garden Ops, and this was a 4-player co-op survival against AI. You play as a plant. You plant a garden. You protect it against the zombies. You protect it against big guys like the Gargantuar, the Giga Gargantuar, the that crazy vampire boss, and then that disco zombie. And also the Yeti zombie as well, if possible. And once you're able to go to the landing zone, it's like done and done. You're good to go. So yeah, like I said, this game it was a really fun game. It's just that I wish that they would just fix the fucking. I'm just glad that they fixed the fucking servers, man. Because every time, like sometimes when I played the game, it would just like put me in a game, crash, just kick you out of the fucking game permanently, and it says, "Oh, you've lost your service to the EA service connection. You'll be able to unable to access, like all that stupid stuff." And then at least give us better maps don't give us terrible maps like Cactus Canyon that goes into circulation over and over again. Not to mention it, like the map originally, I felt that Cactus Canyon was like mediocre at best. Not the best or not the worst, but just mediocre. But the circulation, oh my god, that was horrible. But yeah, it was a great game. Like overall, I give this one a great game. I give it a 4 out of 5. Like I said, the reason why 1 star out is because there were some problems with the game that I wish they actually resolved. But yeah, Garden Warfare 1 was a really good game, and I'm looking forward to maybe streaming this game again soon. If I can, though, because like I said, it's been a while, though, since I haven't streamed. And yeah, holy. It's just. I'm glad I was able to access that game. I'm glad I was able to play that game. I'm glad I was able to just have fun, just have the real fun when the other games failed to help to give me that fun. Go Call of Duty Ghosts. That game was easily a failure. Battlefield 4. That game it needed to be fixed immediately. That game was so broken. But this game right here, aside from like some of the broken issues, this game was a hell of a lot of fun. It was way better than Battlefield 4. I'm gonna tell you right now, I prefer Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare And this is actually a game rated everyone 10 and up over an M-rated game like Battlefield 4. Like, at least Garden Warfare 1, it was actually fucking fun, dude. Like, that game was fun as hell. And you know what's actually even funnier? The fact is that it makes the game, it actually puts those other games to shame. You know, it's like, holy shit, this is like a new innovative thing. But yeah, Garden Warfare 1, I felt like a whole better experience than in Battlefield 4. And that to me, that was what what I wanted, you know, something really fun to play, not something broken as fuck like Battlefield 4 that where motherfuckers just, I don't know, just zipping around the fucking map, and then all of a sudden just lags out all over, and then you got shitty maps like the Siege of Shanghai, and then you got shitty maps like Operation Locker, like just an Operation Metro ripoff. And then you got shitty gameplay like Call of Duty Ghosts where maps are depressing as fuck as shit, and then all this fucking horseshit of weak ass submachine guns. Was only one good submachine gun, anyways. Garden Warfare, like, aside from all that, Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 1 was a great fucking game. I give this game a game of 2014. Like, this game was a great fucking game, and that's a fact. I mean, Titanfall would be the same thing too, but like I said, this game, you know, kind of came first. It kind of came first to me. Titanfall, I wasn't even into it until like after Advanced Warfare, like after playing Advanced Warfare and then going to that game instead. But Garden Warfare 1, mark my words, was a great game. Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 1 was a great game. And I mean, to this day, I still own it digitally because I love the game so much, and the game deserves to be at the place right there. Even though, like I said, I did give it a 4 out of 5 because, like I said, there were some problems with the game. The game, in the end, was innovative. It was creative. It was something I actually wanted to play over and over again. But yeah, this is how you make a video game right there, people. This is how you actually make something innovative. Battlefield 4 is just Battlefield 3, but with just lag. And I'll explain about Battlefield 4 in another video. But for now, this is about Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 1. This is where the community had a real fucking idea, like the great idea, like just you want to play this over and over again. You want to have fun. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing it again, over and over again. You know. As a matter of fact, I'm just gonna go turn on my Xbox right now after this video and just fucking play this game all day and all night, you know? Just play like a game that, you know, just try to play this game over and over again. Because I was trying to search up something, you know, just but once that game I re-download that game again because I wasn't playing it for a while, but then like after going back to it, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give this game. I'm gonna get this game again. I'm just gonna install it, play it, and yeah, yeah. Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare, right there, people. And my time starts now.